welcome back to Magic TV. It's 9 o'clock, which means it's time for a Talk Magic, and I'm here with another interview, this time with a superstar, and I mean a real superstar in the magic community, somebody who's created more magic and more stuff that you can buy that's really clever than anyone I know. It is the one and only Leo Smethus. How are you doing, Leo? How's it going?
Good, mate. Very good. Yeah. It's a crazy time in the world about the corona, and I hear England is going well, but Holland is maybe on the end of the year. Maybe we have some room to go into play, but yeah, the rest is okay. I have a lot of time to create, so I work on a lot of new props.
But even through COVID, you've kept yourself really busy. You're still working, you're still doing shows, you're still creating, you're still innovating, which is amazing.
Yeah. Peter Nardi knows me very well, and he knows I work 14 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, and everybody can call me, and everybody can Skype me, and I am always there, and I always help people. And I like magic, and I like to help, because I think sharing magic is the most important thing in your life. I talk with a lot of musicians, and some of them say, no, I don't tell that people, what are people? And I always said, when you do a trick, you do a trick, my trick, and I do your trick. Your character is completely different. So you bring the trick on another way. And that's why they book you or they book me. And that's the reason what I think. But it's good to do magic now.
Well, I want to talk about your career, but before we do, let me ask you one question. There's a lot of magicians that are struggling at the moment. Like you said, it's been a very difficult time, and I've seen a lot of magicians on forums talk about how they haven't practiced in a year, they haven't picked up a pack of cards in a year, and in Holland you've got it really bad, and yet you're still working 24/7 on magic. You're creating, you're performing, like I said, you're innovating.
I must tell you,
can you give a magician who's struggling right now to recapture that love of magic?
I think I follow my heart. In the first month in March, I was free. And on this month, I think, wow, you're thinking, I have holiday. But after a month, I miss my stuff. And I go to talk with people, and I go to talk about magic. And every time I create a trick, it's working for a couple of years on it. I do not a trick in, some of them are quick, they are easy tricks, but I create now for 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks, and I work for maybe 1.5 years on one trick. So, and then the moment I think, okay, I must go and do something. You must pep up yourself,
Yeah.
Talk with your friends, do magic with your friends together. When you must stay in magic. When you go out, say, yeah, I know every trick. The same as me, I do lectures, and some of the tricks I did maybe for 7, 8 months. But when I do have a lecture and they ask me to do this trick, I train. I have a good thing. I get this yesterday from somebody. I take my telephone and I write it down, because it's a good thing to talk about what your question now. Let me look where I write it down. First, learn a trick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then training a trick. Then repeat a trick all the time, and then perform a trick. These are 4 rules. It's very, very, very important. And understand, you can learn a trick, you can train a trick, and you can repeat it and repeat it, so it's in your mind. You can, my 3-shell game, you can blindfold me, because I do this for all my life. But I train every week. I train my 3-shell game. Not long, only sit here, blah, 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 train it and do it. 1 minute is enough. Your hands must know how the setting are. And yeah, when you go sit down, I think I understand a lot of professionals have a lot of problems in the mind. I talk with some of them too. And I have 1 month last year that I said to myself, okay, and now. And then I create something new for myself. And now I go to help shops. That is my thing. Yeah, I go to help shops worldwide, and I give free lectures to shops. So I have something to do. I must train for these lectures. I must perform, and yeah, and I invested a lot in Zoom.
Yeah. And you've
that's
been doing shows every week, haven't you? You've been doing a lot of every.
this moment every week. Next week I have 3 shows, and this week I have tomorrow I have a big show for Alakazam America and Alakazam Holland, England. Next week I do Germany and Australia, and the week after, yeah, going on. But I arrange myself. I go out. You know, the most people thinking you must come to you. No, you must go to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, you find your power back. You find your interest in magic back, and it's a hard time. It's a hard time for a lot of people. I know a couple of friends from me too in Holland, all professionals, has no work, has no money. They're going out for magic and going out. But you know, you must think what I can do, why I'm good in it, and yeah, it's difficult.
That's very good advice. That's great advice. It really is.
Yeah, I tell you before, you must share magic with. You know, I was in some clubs. I was in magic clubs in Holland, and then somebody do a trick, and they no, I don't tell you what no, don't tell you what I'm doing because this is my trick. This is why share it, share it. Everybody can call me. People that knows me, they can call me, and I tell them and I help them because what I said, you are a different person than me, and I can help you. That's a good part of it. That's why maybe I'm busy.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about your career. For those people that don't know you very well, Leo, you've been involved in magic a very long time. But when did you first find magic? Was it a child or was it a little bit older?
No. I was 35.
Mm-hmm.
I was a drummer in a band. Yeah. And half time music and half time work at home. We have gas stations, you know, gasoline selling the car. And then I get a bad back. And on that time I think, whoa, no work, no magic, no music anymore because when I sit all is down. And then I saw a musician and I think, wow, this is beautiful to do. You know, you can do it with your hands. You don't need your back. Then I go home. I said to my wife, maybe I'm going to do some magic. But then don't work. Then I come and be. We have in Holland, we have Santa Claus, not Santa Claus with Christmas, but on 5 December is we call it Santa Claus. It's not Santa Claus, but it's something like that. He has his friends, and our friends are black. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in Holland. And every year I did something new. Every year I did for the children. I make a balloon, or the next year I did the trick. And so at that time I started to do magic and come and be a clown. Then I was 36. A friend of me, he was a famous clown in Holland, and he said to me, buy a suit and buy nice shoes. When you have it, you can go with me every week. And I said, how much money I get? He said 400 euro. And I think, 400 euro for to do balloon magic? Because on that moment I know balloon magic very well. I was the second one in Holland, I think third one in Holland that did balloon magic. And then I think, why not? So I buy a suit and I buy shoes. And on a Saturday I go away and I never stopped. So I was clown till maybe 10 years later. I worked for sponsors in special rooms. I did for children that had, I don't know in English, they had something in children that no, how you say it. You have children that are in a home together. They have some problems. Mm-hmm. What you call it? What you call it in English? I don't know the English.
In a home for children that have problems.
Yeah, the children have problems. You know, they have problems in the mind or.
Yeah, it might be a children's home or.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, And I was specialized in this. Children where daddies not can take their hands off the children, this kind of children. And then I started that as a clown. And on that moment, I liked magic. And I called a guy named Jan van Langveld, was an old musician from Holland. And I said, can you learn me something about magic? Because I wanted to do more magic for these children. And he learns me a lot of things in magic. And then I stopped with working after 4 months. And I was to be professional. And on that time, I did 220 gigs a year after year after year.
Wow.
And then
what shortly after getting into magic, you were doing 220 gigs a year?
Yeah. This last year I did, before the corona, I did 190.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of work. I always think how you can create work. We come later on how I think about it, how I create, why, who's the most famous people on this party, and how I can get them, and all these kind of things. I make tricks for this, and then I go in like, not like this, but like boom. It was great. Yeah, I every year I do fairs. You know fairs.
Yeah.
And the moment I start in 1979, 1997, what you call it in English?
1997.
And then I start, and I was thinking, when you are a musician, in the weekend you must have work, otherwise you have no job. But what are you going to do from Monday till Friday? And then I think, well, at that time I think fairs, a lot of fairs worldwide. And then I make a lot of things about fairs. I make a lot of tricks for fairs to collect people into the stand. And that's working very, very well. So every month I have 3 weeks, 3 days working on a fair. Pays a lot of money because it was a lot of hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so good in it that I think, maybe I have 7 or 8 customers I do now for 20 years. Companies. Mm-hmm. So I create a lot of things, how you get the people that's walking in the room and not on your stand, how I can make a trick that he's coming to, and I know in 5 seconds, or is interesting for this company. And that's why I create a lot of magic before that. Then I come in 2009, I was for the first time in Blackpool. I was in a magic club a couple of years and they learned me a lot. But the magic club was broken, and then I think, yeah. And then I'm creating all my thing for myself, because I know nothing about magic when I start. Only with the old guy, what he learns me with the rubber band and with something like that, and with the ring and $1 on a key, and all these, you know, with the rubber band, you put the ring on that, it goes up. This kind of tricks. That was my first tricks. And then I create a lot of things for myself, because I cannot read.
Really?
I cannot read. I can read, but when I start to read a book on one page, when I'm done on a page, I don't know what's on the top. I don't know what you call it in English. I have ADHD, very fast guy. What do you call it in English?
We have ADHD, sort of. I don't think that's what you mean. Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you are a very guy that's.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that could be ADHD. Yeah.
And it brings me a lot. It's the same with Corona. Yeah, what you were talking before. This thing brings me a lot, because I can always work. I can always go on. I can always go party. When we do in Blackpool, I do 9 hours magic, and I never stop. I started in the morning till 6 o'clock. I never stop. Ask anyone coming, go to the toilet, come back. I can do that. And then in the evening, yeah. And then, yeah, you know, magic is nice. So in 2009, I was in Blackpool, and then I saw, now at this moment was a good friend of me, Richard Sanders, you know him. I was sitting down on the floor and I was talking with him and I showed him something. And he said, who's that? He said, what do you mean? Because on that time, I don't know you can bring out magic. Really, believe me, on that time, I don't know what's. He said, what do you mean? Who's that? Who's this handling? And who's this cups? And sorry, I make it. A week after, he fly to my home. And he helps me in the beginning to how you must create, how you must. And then he saw my whiteboard pedal and he buy the rights from the turbo stick. This is my idea, but Richard bring it out. And now we are 11 years. And I have a lot of picks on the market, and it's coming a lot of picks on the market because the people that was in my home and it was in this room, they have done. They said, I never see this, I never see that. Okay, yeah, I don't want to show it because I train on it. And then step by step.
Okay, well, I've got a lot of questions to ask about this. So I suppose the first question is, going back to when you were performing, you're very, aside from creating, let's just put a pin in creating for a moment. You're a very busy performer. You've always been a very busy performer. You've never been short of work, which is great because you see some creators that just basically spend their entire career creating and they never go out and perform. But you are a performer as well as a creator. All of those shows that you do you work on stage as well as on close-up? Or is it just close-up?
No, I work in a couple. The couple is called AD Hadi 2. So we are 2. I do only stage shows and I do children's shows. I did before till I'm now 60. Did my 50, I did clown. And then when I was 50, I was thinking, okay, now is the time to stop with clown because I have so many work with magic. And so in the beginning was only clown. Then I was coming magic, and going like this. And on that time, I think, okay, I have so much magic, I don't need the clown anymore. And I think I'm too old for a clown because I'm working for these children. Every year I did 60, 70 shows, and it was paid for a company from Holland. The companies pay me, and I go out for these shows. And I said, I don't want it anymore. And you was, everyone wanted to take it. I said, no, I don't want it anymore because I'm going to be 50. And I always said, when you come to be 50, the clown must be, in my eyes, must be young. Yeah, I see some clowns. We have a Holland and whole clown. For me, it don't work. You know, when you have your own children as a clown, then you see what's happening in this world. Yeah. And when my growing up, on that time I say, okay, it's done. I'm coming to be only musician. And that's what I did for the last 50, 70 years.
Well, have you got any advice for magicians that want to transition to working on stage? Because a lot of magicians are just close-up magicians. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's an aspiration for a lot of magicians to perform on stage. As somebody who performs on stage and also does close-up, what advice would you give a magician that wants to start performing on stage?
You know, the reason I start on stage, I was my good friend. I must go back again. I have so many work that I need assistance, somebody that helps me. You know, when I have maybe I have days that I can out 3-4 times. So the last before Corona, I have called musicians instead of me to go because I have so many work. And there was one guy. What you call it? Trust somebody. What you call this? Is it great? Trust somebody. You must can trust somebody. And I find the guy. This Henk Knowles. This guy. When I sent to do a gig, and he get a gig from this gig, that he always said, no. You must call Leo Smethus. Yeah. So we built a relationship for that because he was so honest to me. before I had some people, and I give gigs, and my customer was away.
Mm-hmm.
Because he goes to say to my customer, I do it for €50 less. Yeah, but yeah, that was what was happening. And this guy, Henk and Anders, I learned 21 years back. He did it for me. And then on time I said, okay, what we can do together. So we make a show together. For I think we have this show 18 years now. And what I do is I have always tricks with me where you can, in my suitcase, I have a special suitcase with me. And in the suitcase are always small tricks you can do, play big in the beginning. Because I understand a lot of people are nervous to go on stage. It's another dimension. But I always, when I do a show, let's say a party or a wedding or something like that, I say I can do one or two tricks in the beginning for you all together as a start or as an ending. And they say, oh yeah, okay, because then it's extra, you know, and that start, and then I get the feeling about, oh, they like it. I can do this trick. Next week I take another trick, and then I build it up. And now I have a whole show for 1 hour together, and I go out. But you must. I understand people are worried about how I going to do this. You know, you're nervous. 50 people in front of you, listen all together. But there is a trick. But I can show you this trick. It's a good trick. It's made by I think it's the rights from Alakazam. I don't know that. It's the bit book.
Okay, yeah.
Is the bit book, you know?
Yeah, it's a great trick. It's been out for years through Alakazam. It's a wonderful.
Yes, this one I have the last. I don't know when it's out. I did a lecture with Peter in England, maybe 2012 or 2000. I saw this. Oh, this is one of the things you can do always with you. Mm-hmm. This is nothing, and you can play for 50 people, 100 people. It's great. The only you must play it like it. It's not you can play it as a table thing, but you can play big too. This kind of tricks I like to have always with me, because you ask, can you do something for everybody? Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, I have a book, come here. I ask somebody to come here. Say, you are the guy that translates for everybody. Then I show him, like this, show him the big book. He said, tell me what's on the front. I tell him, hey, this all countries with number before. And then I do this. I said, is every page have a different number? Yes. Is every page have a different word? Yes. And every page has a different time on the top? Yes, okay. So then I go to the first spectator, they open it, they look the time, next spectator, they count this together. And they have a country in mind, and the last one has a word in his mind. And this kind of things, you can play 7-8 minutes. And it costs you nothing. You don't have to think about it. That's another important thing, because when you do it for the first time and you're nervous, you're going to, you don't have to know nothing. Everything is in the book. I don't explain it, but you understand how it works. And then you build up your relation with yourself, and it's going well. Mm-hmm. Don't start with a difficult trick and to show what you are. No, I'm always here. You know, not about. That's why I think I have a lot of work to do. But later on, I will comment that.
Yeah, that's really great advice, Leo. It really is. Okay, let's transition over to creating for a little bit. When you started creating magic, as you said, you didn't create it to sell. You created it to just create for yourself. So what advice would you give somebody who's wanting to create magic for their own act, not necessarily to sell? They want to make their own act unique. They want to take other people's ideas and make it their own. As somebody who's done that their entire career, is there any advice that you can offer on that subject?
Yeah, I think the first thing for me was very important. Let's say the tree shell. I saw the shell game. I don't know how it's playing. 26 years back, I don't know how it's done. So I go to think about, nuts. They play with nuts in that time, and I think, oh, this is when you drop it down, it's broken, you have nothing. So that's why I created it from stainless steel from that time. But I don't know at the moment how they steal the ball. I know they steal a ball, but I don't know how. I saw only this. And I think that's not normal. For me, was that not normal? So then I start to create my own moves. And I can look how I can steal the ball. And I build and I make again and again another one. I think for people that has something to create and to want to bring something out, first you must test it 100,000 times before you show it to other people. The rules, the 4 rules I tell you before, it's important. Learn, training, remember that it's yours, and then show it. And after a while, and the quality. Quality is, I think, a lot of things that I sell is high quality. I don't want to sell props that broken or coming back. Or when I make something for myself, it must be quality, and when it's good for me, it's good for everybody. It's not cheap, but it's good.
Yeah, that's great advice. That really is. But so you mentioned there about releasing something. I think the problem is there's a lot of magic that's being released these days that is very substandard, and your magic is so strong. I mean, everything that you bring out, like you said, it's quality, it's well routined. Do you think that some people sometimes have a tendency to almost like rush it to market and get it out there a little bit too quickly?
I look very well what I'm going to say now. I see a lot of tricks. No, let's say it another way, because otherwise I'm too hard. You have 2 different kinds of tricks. Yeah. The tricks what I do is to perform. And you have tricks for musicians. There is a lot of tricks that's coming out for musicians. To show, look what I can, look what I have, look what. But when I see a trick, I said, how the hell you want to do this on a party? There is 2 different kinds of tricks. And when you do a trick, when I'm creating a trick, let's say my coin. Do you know my coin?
Yes. It's a newer thing that you've brought out recently, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. This coin is selling real well. Why? I have for years. I think I have it.
Anyway. Yeah, go get it and show it us if you can.
Okay. I think it's in here. I have always with me a dollar with a hole in it for years, because I have. When you do magic so many years at me, and you go in a party, everybody thinks, haha, he's a musician. He goes to do a trick. When you have work, normal work, doesn't matter which work, and they ask you, let's say you are a car maker, or you make cars. Nobody going to ask you on a party, hey, can you make my car this evening? But when you are a musician or a music man, they ask you, hey, can you do some magic? Can you show us some magic? A nice story is my brother-in-law was 25 years married, and he asked me to take free on a Saturday evening. And I said, okay, he wants to have that I come to his party. And I was on this party, and I come in and I said, congratulations, blah, 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 blah. I said, and he looking, do you have no stuff with you? I said, what? Yeah. He said, no, I'm coming with my wife to your party. Oh, I was thinking you do some magic for us. You must take free, it costs you a lot of money. You give a present because this is party. And then they ask you to do, and that time, I think, why I don't create something that I can do and have always with me. Yeah. Then I have the trick with the coin. I don't explain it because everybody knows it, but they don't know it. They can look at it. Timo Kraus, he showed it on Penn and Teller. The coin in hand that you can see which hand is the coin. I had this for years with me. And on that time, I'm going to think about what can I do more with this coin. And this is the thing that I create. I can show you a little bit closer. This is normally on my keys. Yeah, there is a lot of tricks on this coin.
That looks wonderful.
Yeah, and it's again quality, quality, quality. On the side is polishing. Every coin. On this coin, we have 9 tricks. I make 9 tricks of it. And on that time I bring it out, I give €500 away for people that find a good trick with my coin. Coin is the English. And you don't want to know how many I get in now. I got last week. Well, let's show you. I think I have it here. Yeah. I make it to show the people what it is. A guy from Switzerland, I believe, he sent me an idea with business cards. He knows I like business cards. And he tells me, Leo, write down on your business card. You can see that? Yeah. Write down on your business cards baby's name on the back of your business card. And put numbers on it. So they have a number. Make a story about that. So what I did is I take some picture from internet. I buy the rights from this picture, you can buy it, and put this, all of the numbers are different. Yeah? Yeah. So now a spectator, I make a story, and I said to the spectator, okay, you can choose which woman you like. I was going to a page that you can find women together when you are alone. And, but I said, I get all these pictures at home, and I must you, do you think which lady did you choose for me? So they take a picture, doesn't matter. I like this one very much. And then they calculate. I have a special calculator from Mark Paul. I get it right from Mark Paul. This is the calculation from Mark Paul on every back of this, from this card. And it's coming out of 17.45. How you calculate it doesn't matter. And on that time, I said, I have an appointment with this lady on 17.45. I tell you before, all my decisions are on the coin. A quarter before 6. So this is another deal from a customer. It's really beautiful, easy to do. You can have it with you. And so we have a lot of tricks. I can show you one. This is a night trick. So we have a deck of cards. Yeah. Normally we have a spectator, but okay, let's do it together. Yeah, it can be. Okay. The spectator can cut the cards. Yeah? Yeah. He can look at the cards. Now when you look, you can see it. Yeah, okay. And you can cut so many as you want. How many times you want to cut? You tell me. 3. 3. A big cut, small cut, doesn't. Tell me.
Big. One big, 2 little.
One big and 2 little. Yeah. Like this.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Now I spread out the deck. I take my coin and you can see there is a finger on it. And he go try to find in the deck your card. Ooh, somewhere here must be your card. You see? Somewhere here. Yeah. So he tell me it must be there. He tells me this is your card.
That's the one.
Then you can do it again. That's one of the tricks. There's a telephone trick with it. there is you can spin the coin. He always fell down on you pay or I pay. So when you're in the bar, they say, hey, let's do a game. And what I like to do is fool the people first. So you said, okay, there is you pay and I pay on the coin. So let's say when he's wrong, I do like open, turn over. Then they say, ah, you turn over. Okay, sorry for that. And then I can take here. And then I do this. Right. And he always fell down. You pay. So, yeah, oh, you pay. No problem. You pay the drinks. There is a trick on with yes and no on the same side. There's a stage trick. There is a calculation trick. On the moment, I have 14 or 15 ideas only with this coin. So I was last week give a lecture in French, and we spent. I said we do it quick, and we spent I think 45 minutes only about the coin because it was trick after trick after trick after trick. Let's say you come to a table, and you see a spectator has a watch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You say, okay, take some parts, what is from you, and put it on the table. So on that time, say, yeah, take your watch, take your telephone, it doesn't matter what you take, but you must have the watch. So, and then they put 5 objects. I say point 2, you know the trick. 1 away, you point 2, and the last 2 parts staying there, the watch and something else. And you have a prediction on your business card, always business card. And then you spin the coin. You say, oh, this one, the finger is for the other object, and this one is a watch. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he always fell down on the watch. You say, okay, I know that before you use the watch, and the watch is up. All this kind of tricks with fingers, with a lot of beautiful things. And that's what I like the last years to create a lot of things together, not as one trick, but the trick what I work on now at this moment, it's three or 4 tricks in one. You can do a 20-minute show with one thing, and that's what I like.
That's fantastic. Because the thing with one of my pet hates with magicians, I really hate it, is when a magician is caught out and about, and a layman says, "Oh, show me a trick," and they go, "I can't. I've got nothing on me." You know, if you're a magician, you should always be able to do something else. You're saying basically the magic isn't with you, the magic is with your props.
Yeah. I this I have with me, and I always say this is my lucky coin. I do like I have nothing with me. I throw my keys on. Maybe we can do something with the coin. Yeah, but you know, you can everything. What you can do with this coin, you can write down on a beamer, calculations. You don't need to have the deck of cards because you know the hand thing you can do. The 34 you can write down. I have 34 on the let's go 34 on here. You can do that. The calculation for Mark Paul you can do. It's 20 minutes with nothing, and that's what I like about. That's the reason he's selling well, and it's a cheap prop because it's only €35. And you know, when you buy one trick, you must normally buy €35. But yeah, it's a good thing what I created. That is for the last year.
Well, you've created so much magic over the years, Leo. I mean, how do you ever feel the pressure of, like, you know, let me explain what I mean. You see a lot of magicians that create and they come up with a really great trick and they burst onto the scene with an amazing trick and an amazing DVD. And then the quality slowly dwindles off over time. And I think it's because they feel the pressure. Everybody goes, oh, that was amazing. But when you're bringing something else out, and they compromise quality to rush something out. And you don't do that. Like, whether you like one of your products or not, you can't argue that it's well thought out, it's commercial, it's very high quality, and the standards are always there. So
the reason that is every couple of months I want to do in my shows, and that's why it's very important when you are a creator, when you are a creator and not testing yourself, you don't know the reactions, you don't know what's working, you don't know how to do. So when you buy a trick from me, you see that every step I put out, every step is a way, because I create it, I make it before I test it, not 100 times, not maybe 1,000 times. Before and then Peter Nari knows it, because we discussed about another prep what I have now. I work on for last January, so more than a year. And he said, bring it out. No, it's not feel well. It must be, I have not a feeling with it. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of draws with tricks that I never did. But sometimes I take an old trick from 20 years back and put it again and go think about it again and start it again and start it again and put it back, start it again. And now it's building, yeah. So it's building till I bring it out and I test it before.
What's your favorite creation? Your favorite thing that you've brought out?
I think my 3-shell game is crazy. I saw a lot worldwide. I can show you when you want.
Yes, please.
Another thing is, this is a thing that Richard Sanders helped me with. He saw this, my 3-shell game. He saw my moves. And he said, Leo, wow, but you must put it in a tin together. And the first time I have a cup on top, he said, there you put. So we make the last time I make a bullet, the first time I make a bullet, this bullet I bring out 12 years later, I bring last year, bring the bullet out. But this is a set I have all these years with me. This is my own set. The new set is much bigger. I can show you the new set and I show you what the difference is after the years. And look, maybe you can show you. No, you cannot see it, I think. Do you see? Wait, I go stand up. This is my old set. You see the top?
Yes.
This is the new one.
It's like a mirror.
But the old set is a little 1.5, 2 millimeter here. Yeah. The new set. You see this different?
Oh yeah, much thinner.
Yeah. But I play with my old set. That's a stupid thing for me. I always work with the first thing that I work with. Because last week I bring out, or 2 weeks back, I bring out the Wimple Monte. I was doing with all discs that I have, but I find beautiful and nice disc poker chips than I have before. But the old ones, I play with the old ones. When I do my lecture, you see my old ones, not the new ones. Because that's why I'm. So this, I put it, wait, I'm going to show you. This is it. Oh. Show it like this. So this was my set. I tell you all the secrets. When I saw the 3-shell game move forwards, move back, yeah, I saw, wow, this is a lot of space between before you take it. That was the first thing I was thinking. Then I think, why can I like this from the side? So now I can do, put this away. So now I can do that. I can show it here, there, there. It's so quick. I can steal in I think 7 or 8 millimeters. Depends on which top you have. Because I have a black top here, I can steal it quicker on this one. Yeah, but I can steal it so quick. So I started to train. I'm right-handed normally. I started to train with my left hand for the television. Again and again. So now in this moment, I can tell the people there's a ball here. Yeah. And they can say what they want, that is here, there, or there. So quick can I do it now. Then I have a great idea. I'm not going to explain on this thing, but the people that buys my 3-shell game knows that I never win. I find a crazy idea to, I don't like to win with magic, you know. You see a lot of musicians said, you don't see that? You don't see that? And I think, why the people is looking at your magic? And so on that moment, the three shell game is more like, you know, I'm better than you. But on the moment I come to a table, I see a woman or a guy that I think next time he has a lot of money, he booked me. This guy I put near me, and I don't have to say nothing, really know one word to this guy, and he knows exactly where the ball is. I show you. Shall we show you the live performance of the promo from it?
Yes,
and
please.
You can, yeah, that's okay. There we go. The guy that's standing near me, he can win all the time. I do it in Blackpool time after time. When I take somebody behind my stand, and this is the guy always wins a bottle of wine. Why? But I'll tell you before. Every time I'm in a gig, I'm thinking how I can sell myself for the next gig or the next couple of gigs. And I have a lot of ideas for this. I have some business card. On my business card, I have crazy, stupid things, games, business card that you can move so you can see the back, and they must look like this to read your name. All kind of, because on that moment when you give a business card away, say, huh? What's that? The other people asking, what's that? And they ask for a business card too. When you have a normal business card, yeah, somebody has a business card, put him in his pocket. But when you have a business card, like say, you know the card, the circle that you can turn around, and in your mind you have a black stick. This is on one of my business cards. I put 5 cents. Or said, oh, you can do a trick for your grandchildren. Poof, of course, 5 cents. Huh? Because then they see it's a trick, and then you give it away. That's what I always think, how I can perform more magic. So let's play with you. And then I'll talk about this more. Yeah? So from you out, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Put this away. When you say 1, I put this on top. Yeah? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So is it, yeah, the ball is here. Is it 1, 2, or 3?
3.
Yes, okay, correct. Okay, let's play it. You must say where the ball is, not where we not. Yeah, so let's play it again. So for you, is it 3, 2, or 1? Tell me, 1, 2, or 3?
It's 3.
You want to change with this one or that one? Doesn't matter. You can change my one.
I'll change with the middle one.
Sure? This one,
Yeah.
not this one. Okay. Yeah. Listen, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. The ball is here. So quick can I play it? Yeah. Then I make after this, I create this, the top of this, because when you have a cup on top from a set, and I don't know, I have a cup here, and when you move it, you have a space from, let's say, 1 centimeter. Yeah, let's say you have a small shop cup on top, you have over another cup on top, you have space for 1 centimeter. But now, the same way I can steal it is only, and I'll show you. There he is. Yeah. It's only a millimeter of 2, not more.
Yeah.
So that's why now you can steal it so easy. And you can say, okay, it's here. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So you can move again, right, and boom. It doesn't matter. That was the second thing I was thinking about after I create this. Then everything must be in a box. That's easy. But I tell you, this is Richard Sennen's idea. We make a bullet. I can show you. Well, stop here. Sorry for that. So this was my first idea, to put it in a bullet. And put the bullet on top.
It's funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's great.
But we make the same thing in here. Oh, camera. So the inside of the cup.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So and all the shells in the bottom one, and it looks like a bullet. This one is coming out last year. So
that looks really nice. Yeah.
yeah.
That looks great. And you brought out the Leo's nuts last year, didn't you, as well? Which had an element of the 3-shell game in it, along with 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket, money to impossible location, I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like an entire act in a product. That was
70. This is 70, I believe 60 or 70 minute show. It's a complete show. Because that's another thing. You know, I can play the 3-shell game with everything now, but I do it with this. But on the moment I created the Totally Nuts, I have a nuts routine for myself. Yeah, changing routine. And then I have a build tube. I have a build tube from Nicholas Einoen in the pen. I had that. I saw that. And I have the 3-shell game. And then on that time, I'm going to think, why I not create a complete trick? So I change the paper. I make the paper so big as my money from Holland, €5. So this exactly goes in. They can write down, and yeah, it's a complete show from 50 minutes. And again, this is testing and testing and testing for months. Because this is something, when I am there, boom, I take my nuts in my pocket, change it. I can do the 3-shell game. I can play the old move and one, I can non-move with it. There's a guy from Holland that buy it, throw everything away and only take the nuts and the 3-shell game because he likes the grip from this nuts. Yeah.
When do you know that a trick is ready to release? Like, you're talking about working it again and again and again and again. When do you kind of say to yourself, right now, what criteria do you judge a trick on as being ready to release?
I have something I was thinking about if I can show you. I don't think I must not do it. Okay, let's talk about the inflatable shop cup.
Okay.
Then I can show you. This was the first cup I created for myself. Oh, it's blurry. It's coming back. Come.
Yeah, you got a bit blurry there, Leo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the first cup I create for myself. I make this myself, and this is a shop cup. But you know, I have a drawer like this, nothing more. This is my drawer, not this one, but I have with. But look, this is a shop cup. So you have I have the shop cup in my pocket, and I think, why? You know, it's so big. And then I think, why I cannot press it? Then I make the shop cups half. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can press them in. Yeah, I have here. Anywhere I have a shop computer. And then at that time I think, yeah, well, why not better? And then I saw on a fair, a company that gives cups away to people that working in the wood. A drink cup. And this was from silicone. Years back. And I think that's the good thing. Because this one I can put in a card box. I asked him for 10 of them. I said, can I buy 10 from you? No, you can take with me. So I take 10. It was apple green at that time, but the factory name on it. And I go home and I think this is what I need. I can put it in a card box. It's placed the same as this. It's exactly the same. And then I go to a factory and ask them if they can make for me a mold, because you must every time, that's the problem, to make a mold. When I have the mold, this is not a prop I sell worldwide. So many. Because it's nothing, nothing. What I do in this show, let me look if I have my suitcase here. Shall I show you what I do?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. I can show you what I do in my show. I hope I have my suitcase here. Anywhere. Otherwise, it will go down. No, it's here. Look, this is my suitcase. This is not a thing. When I do lectures, everybody asks about this. This is everything what I have. This is
great.
Because this is right. I drive to my gig. I put a standard around it. Like I show you.
Superb.
This was in my first lecture in 2014. And when I come, I put it on a standard. I make this open. Take this out. Oops. Put this behind the bar. Yeah, like this. Throw everything in, but I don't use. This is everything goes in my pocket. Extra deck of cards. I'm ready to go.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and then it's a fly case, and then.
Wow.
That's the only thing I have.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you see? Yeah. But everything is in here. Nuts.
Yep, there's the nuts.
Everything is in here. So this is my own suitcase. And I take out the shop. I can show you. Sorry for the troubles.
That's
because I don't know that we're going to do the shopping before. Okay. Can I explain it, or is late people looking?
On the overhead cam, is that right?
Yeah, but like this.
There you go. Whichever.
But I have a question. Are late people looking at you or not?
No, this channel's really just for magicians, and it's tagged so that really only magicians can find anything on here.
Okay, because I can explain how I do my shop routine. That would be nice. So this is in my pocket. Yeah, I have I click on the magnet one. This is maybe not magnet one, but this is magnet one. Okay, this magnet two. So I click on the magnet one, 5 cents. So I know in my pocket which one is magnet, which one is no magnet. Yeah. So this goes in my right pocket. Look. And this one goes both an egg and a final load ball in my left pocket. On the moment I come out, I said to the spectator, can you look at this? Only weight. What is the weight? Is this heavier or lower than an egg? Okay. And they say, it's lower than an egg. So yeah, open it. So they make it open. Yeah. And I said, look, and this is a ball. And you tell me, or the ball is in my hand. So all the time I show them, is going out. Yeah. The ball in my hand or in the pocket. On that time, I do this, but I take the ball with me, yeah? And I go to my pocket. And now I change the ball. I put off the 5 cents in my pocket. And I said, okay, where is it? Doesn't matter what I say. I said, no, he's in my pocket. Then I do this. Now he's stack.
Yeah.
Turn over. And I do a fake. Like this.
Yeah.
I put him down. I said, okay, now you tell me, is it in my left pocket, right pocket, or now come back, or cut. Boom. Doesn't matter what they say. On that moment, they say, oh yeah, yes, correct. It's here. But I must tell you something. Maybe you don't see well. And then I cover it. It's because I take a bigger ball for you so you can see this. But do you remember? I ask you, is the weight is heavier than an egg. Hold your hand like this, and then boom, they have an egg in their hand. And boom, it goes in the card box. And that's it. So that's the reason I create that. Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
That's how my mind thinking. How my mind thinking. Sorry for my bad English.
That's very clever thinking. That really is.
Yeah. I don't know if you have another question. I want to come back on something, how I think. Maybe you don't know it, but I have my own day in Holland. And the first week of January, I have my own magic day. And every year it's sold out in an hour for the next year. Only last year we have the Corona time, but it was sold out. So last year, year before, I have 5 musicians and I make the crazy carousel. What is the crazy carousel? The crazy carousel is on the day are coming musicians. In the morning they have 2 lectures. And in the afternoon they have 5 times a private lecture. I only want to have 100 people on the day, not more, because every musician I want to have that he have not more than 20 people before him, because to learn on 20 people in a half hour you can learn something. To learn on 40, 50 people, it don't work. That was my first idea, and I did it for 5 years now. And then the 5 musicians stays there. It's hard work for musicians, because in the morning, most of the time, people from another country do the morning 2 lectures. Last year was here H.M. Parjay and Michael Vincent was here, I believe, last year. Of Chris Wood, I don't know what was there, but they do it in the morning a lecture. And then in the afternoon, the 3 people that in the evening show do a small lecture. So I learn you a trick, and another guy learns you a trick, another guy. And in the evening, there coming 200 people in the evening with it. And then I have 5 rooms. And why is crazy carousel? You must walk very fast from room. When you are too late in the next room, yeah, you come not in. So you're starting, you get the number, and it's changing 5 times on the evening. And every hour we have a serene turning over, a very hard serene. And then you must have 10 minutes to walk to the next room. And the time it goes closed, when you're not on time, you go to the toilet, you are too late, you must go wait for another. And that's funny, and that's why it's so popular every year. So I want to tell you about my mind, about my ideas, how I think, and how I'm crazy about the big book. You know, it's not mine, but I'm crazy about the big book. I know what you get for reactions from people. And I want to have a trick for my crazy carousel last year to give away. I have a lot of tricks I give away for free. So I think about maybe 3-4 months about the idea. And a good friend of me from Belgium has a trick with cards. And he learns me the trick. He said, oh, you can do this. Because but it was cards. And then I was thinking, how can I create this trick for the big book? So the explanation of the big book is the first person has 18 in his mind. The second person has a Paris, France in his mind. Sorry, France. The other one person has 3 o'clock in his mind. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you have a person that has 3 or 4 things. I show you what I do. I think I can explain it because you can buy this trick in Holland, not by me because it is my idea, but the guy that make it for me. So what I have this person on the table. I said, okay, I have here blank cards, and then I asked the first spectator on the table. I said, what do you thinking when I write down? And do you know what I write down on this blank cards? And he said, no. Well, I said, let me look. It's correct. It's in my language, but it is no. yeah. And then I said to the first spectator, but they are all blank. Yeah. But you have a number in your mind. Yes. Which number you have? 18. He said, this card tell me everything. And I do tell me 18, 18. And then well, maybe I do the top camera. I have 18. Yeah. So now I have no and 18 here. Yeah. Then on the next spectator, I said, okay, but I tell you, they're all blank. Yeah. But you have something in your mind. Yeah. What do you have in mind? Paris. The Eiffel Tower from Paris. And then I show you, but they are all real blank. And the last part is from the big book. I said, but you have a time in your mind. Yeah. 3 o'clock. I said, yeah, look, it's 3 o'clock. So I show them. Yeah. I can see. Yes, 3 o'clock. So now we have the Eiffel Tower, no, and 18. So everything is correct. But I tell you, they all blank. But there is one thing is strange. And this is what I like. This is what I create all the time. This is what I do for myself. I give this away. So I said, we have 18, we have no, and we have the Eiffel Tower. And I know what you're thinking. I know you have no, 18, Eiffel Tower. And what do you want to know about me? Here is my business card. This is for you. Done.
That's great.
Yeah. And I don't sell it. The guy that makes my cards said, you sell it because I'm not a card musician. You see, my handling is bad, but for a lake it's okay. But but this is what I like. You can give this away. They have a reaction in the mind. Wow, how he knows he ate 18, how he knows Paris, how he knows the time. In the morning, boom.
What you've just done there, Leo, though, is you've taken a trick that everybody in the whole world knows, like the bit book has been around forever.
Thousands of people have
you've turned it into a completely different thing. And more importantly, you've created that wonderful giveaway that people will remember. And that's one thing that I'm getting this interview with you. You are passionate about making sure that people remember who you are, so that when
that's the one thing. I show you another thing. Wait, with this, because in the beginning you think it costs too much. Yeah. So I tell him, what you can do is this: only buy the one set. I think he asked for 2 sets, €90, I think, something like that. So when people want to know where you can buy it, they can send me a mail and I send it, decide where you can buy it. But buy a normal set. As the guy sent me a normal set with no inscription on here. Oops. So let away this inscription, only explanation, and put your business card in here. So this is the deck, what he makes with his business card. His own business card. And you give your own business card away. And you put your own business card and you go on.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so important. I mean, it's so important getting people to remember who you are and getting people to remember you so that when they want to book a magician, they remember that experience, and doing stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know, people are going to remember that, and they're going to carry that around more than they would a signed card.
yeah. You must remember that you are on yourself on a party. You are in, we as musicians, we blow people away in the mind. Yeah, so, wow. So the mind is open. They don't think on that time on a business card. They don't think about that. Maybe I can later on use them. Some business guys, they think about it, but the normal people that they don't, at that moment, they are so shocked. They don't think on a business card. But on the moment you have something with a business card, it's yours. So everything what I do is on my back, my website, where I put it down. This is another thing that I do with number, but on the back, always my business card. When I do the coin and I'm in a watch, I write down on my business card, watch, boom, another business card. All these kinds of things. I show you later another one when you want. You can, that I not bring out. I only do it to have more people to, what you call it? To more people that can book me. I have a really, really great trick. It's so clever that in the beginning, my friend said, ma, and now he's doing it time after time, at table after table, because he knows now how many bookings he gets from this.
Can you show us?
I can tell you what you need. What is a deck of cards, telephone, and a fake business card.
Okay.
Okay, it's a long, no, not a long story, but okay. This telephone is when I'm working. I'm not moment we have Corona, so I'm not working. I buy a prepaid card. Yeah. I'll show you this, and I make a fake business card. Yeah. Magic Maurice, I call him. Yeah. This telephone is in my mind Magic Maurice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's at home. It's always on the power. It's old telephone. The only thing is there is a what you call it in English? When you call somebody and he's not there, you get you voicemail. Yeah, voicemail. Okay. In this voicemail, my brother spoke because he has another voice as me. Said, "Hello, you're here with Magic Maurice. I'm not available at the moment. I'm on stage. But when you are with Leo Smethus, I know you have the two of hearts. I repeat, you have the two of hearts. Have a nice evening." That's on my voicemail. Yeah? Okay. Then I come to the table and said, "Do you know Magic Maurice?" And they say, "No." Okay, well, he's a good friend of me. He is very popular. He's a mentalist. And then I say, "What mentalists are doing?" I say, "Take a card, any card that you want." So they take a card. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's, you see it there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you put them in a deck, you mix the deck. Mix the deck again, doesn't matter. Make it like this, doesn't matter how you do it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I think this is your card. I said, "This is your card." The King of Space. And they say, "No, it's not my card." And I said, "Is this your card?" The Three of Space. "No." "Oh, then I must call Magic Maurice because this is not a normal deck." And this moment, I do this. I'll show you from the top. I have a little pack on top here from 10 cards. And I throw it to the front. And I use it like a normal telephone. That I must call Magic Maurice. Wait a second. And I look the number. Just wait a second. He's on the telephone. Okay. And then I said, "Hey, Magic Maurice, I'm here. Yeah, I forgot the card. I cannot find the card. I must ask the spectator which color." Then I do this. I do really like a really telephone. You remember the card? I don't know which card. What card? What was it?
Six of diamonds.
Six. Okay. So I say to you, is the red of a black card?
A red card.
Okay, wait a second. It's a red card. I must ask always hearts of diamonds, but you are a mentalist. They don't believe me anymore. I must ask, okay. Okay, then you say diamond. Yeah?
Diamonds, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a diamond. No, no way. I don't go to ask that because I'm a fool for these people. I must ask which diamond. Then you say the 6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds, yeah.
Yeah, but and then I talk in my language. It's difficult to say in English, but they look not well. The people, they don't believe you anymore. Oh, you said the facts. And now what's happening? Okay, thank you very much. Boom. I press the button. Normally I do this because I can whistle. And then this is happening. When I press it out, the 6 of diamonds coming up. Yeah. On that moment, I say to the spectator, I see on your face, you don't believe me. You don't believe magic bridge. Then I look to the 2 of hearts. I force the 2 of hearts. And then I say, take your telephone and call him himself. Call himself. They go to call to this telephone at home and they get the voicemail. I'm not here, I'm on stage. When you are with Leo Smethus, he has the 2 of hearts. The people around her ask him what he say. She don't say it was a voicemail. He should say the 2 of hearts. On that moment, I have the telephone number at home from this lady or this man. On the table, I said, okay, when he has no time to come to you, you can always book me. Boom, business card. That's number one. That's number one. And now is a very important thing coming, is I come at home at night. I cannot sleep. Always when I do magic, I must stay up 2 hours, drink some whiskey or something like that before I get to sleep. I take this telephone, I look all the numbers, and I make a magic with my picture. Yeah. And I send them, thank you very much. You was in my show. Do you want to know more of me? You can look on www.leosmethus.nl. Boom. So they have this, and in the same evening or the day after, they look, hey, somebody sent me there's a musician for yesterday evening. They are talking about you and they remember you again. This is working real well.
So would you say most of your work as a magician comes from like word of mouth and people seeing you and booking you off the back of other events?
Yes. Yeah. I think I have 1 or 2 agents that book me. The rest I do myself.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The way I like it to do myself is you can deal with the people straight. You can say, I only tell me what part you have. I think I do the start 2 hours. That's more than enough. Or you say I can do 3 hours because you have so many people, or I must take another musician with me because when you have 500 people, that's all you can do yourself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I can go on and on. Sorry.
Oh, I'm finding this whole thing fascinating, Leo. I really am. Let me ask you a question. How your name is synonymous with Alakazam and Peter Nardi.
Yeah.
How did that relationship come about? Because obviously you're in Alakazam are in the UK. How are you? But you're always working on the academies, and you're always working on, working with Peter on different things.
It's again another story. I'm not the guy that takes. I'm a guy that gives. And when you give to somebody, sometimes you have a problem with somebody. They only take, but sometimes they give something back. In the beginning, I was starting with Peter in 2010. I don't ask money. I don't have nothing. I don't say, Peter, you help me. He helps me a lot. And I learn from him and I help him because I'm very good with thinking. And then I fly to England and I stay there for the first time in a hotel. Second time I stay in his home. And we come and be closer and closer and closer and closer. And now we go every year, we go on holiday with our wives together. And every day we Skype 3, 4, 5 times. And he has a new, today he showed me a new trick. And think what you think about, how you come with make it, or I show him a trick and he helps me. And we don't talk about money. That thing, the important thing that you come and be friends. And that's what I tell you. When you help some people, you get something back. And sometimes, sometimes you have somebody is only it take from you.
Yeah, I understand.
I think, I don't know the right word, but I think you understand.
Yeah, I do. Would you? I always ask this question, especially to creators. If there's somebody watching this and they've got a trick, and they've followed your advice, and they've worked it in a million times, and they think it's a good product, and they think it's original, and they think it's unique, and they want to market it, would you suggest that they go through a dealer like Peter at Alakazam, or would you suggest that they kind of self-publish?
You must know this. I helped a couple of months back somebody that has a trick. He showed me a trick, and I said, "Oh." He was thinking it was a good trick. Then I look at it and I say, "Yeah, but I think I should do this, that." Then he said to me, "Yeah, but you can buy it." I said, "Okay, no problem, I can buy it. But what do you think? How much paper? Because but people don't know and don't realize it costs you a lot of money to make a trick. You must film it. So you need to film people around you, or you need your own camera sets or your own camera people. You must edit it. I pay around 750, 1250 euro for a good trailer and a good download normally. Yeah. Then you must make packaging. You can, when you make this 3-shell game, you cannot make one because the cost to make one. So you need to bounce. I must make 3-shell game all the time with 100 sets. You don't want to know how many money that is, that I have in stock before. And when I get my money back, I don't know. When you said, okay, I want to do, I want to have my name out, and I want to my trick out, then I shall go to people that brings the trick out, and then I want to look out which one you're going, because a good thing. I bring out my lotto ticket and I sell it to a shop. They want to be the rights. I come there, I show they film it. There was a little child, maybe 7 months out. When we film it, but the people that you do the trick with, when you do it for the second time, they go through, so that was completely wrong. After a year, Peter buy the rights, Peter Nardi, from these people, and I fly to England. We created a lot of cricket. We make a nice, beautiful film with it, and a good advertising did Peter with it, and it's going. And that's the difference where you bring out the trick. But yeah, you can do it on yourself, but you need a good background. Depends on what you want. Depends on that you want worldwide or to your friends. Is it different? But you need a good trailer. You need a good test. All these kind of things. I have a store. I think I have in stock at the moment 30,000 tricks. Only my own tricks. Because when I make them a lot. The coins I have maybe in stock at the moment 700 sets.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's business. That's the other part of business. But I build up. Everything I make something, I put some money back and I buy it again. I put it away. Then the other money I put for a new trick. I sell, let's say 150 of them, put the money away, 50, buy it back. And I build this up in the past years.
Because that's something that magicians struggle with. A lot of magicians, they struggle with money management. They get the gig, they put the money in the pocket, they don't worry about any expenses. But You come across, Leo, in this whole interview as a very clever business person and a very clever marketer.
Another thing is that I get the telephone from a professional. No, somebody was a teacher in Holland, and he's coming in my home, I think, 1 year back, 1 year before for Corona time. And he said to me, I want to be a professional because I have a lot of work. He said, don't do it. Don't do it. Go to your boss, ask him if you can work one day, Tuesday and Wednesday in the morning, 2 half days. So you have a little bit stable. Is that correct? Stable or not?
Mm-hmm.
So we have some money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, in our country, we get you when you work with a boss, you build something up for your when you are older. Yeah. As a musician, you don't build nothing. You get your money, and that's it when you are 60 or 65 like me. Yeah? And you have no money. You need a gig, otherwise you have no money. But when you work with a boss, the government pays you every month what you build up in your life. And I think you must realize it's good to be a professional. It's nice to be a professional, but you must have a lot of work. You must have 3 gigs a week for a good money, and that you can build something up for yourself later. Yeah. I see musicians now, they have a lot of work for the past years, but out, Corona time, no work, too old. That's a shame. And I have my props, and I can take some from my bank because I build it up for later of something when it's happened. And now it's something happened.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a very important thing.
And being a professional magician is not for everybody. I mean, there's no problem being an amateur or a hobbyist. You know, some of the best magicians in the world are amateurs and hobbyists. But you are absolutely 100% right. If you're going to be a professional magician, you need to make sure that you understand the business of magic. It's not just about doing tricks. It's about understanding about how to run a business.
Yeah, that's what I said. I learn a lot of young people. And you know, the flourishes and everything is beautiful. It's beautiful. But the lay person, you know, it doesn't matter how you force a card, how you know a card. For a lay person is wow. It doesn't matter which level. Really, it doesn't matter. It's how you perform it, how you bring it, and that's important. You don't have to flourish. When you do this, do you know what people are thinking? Oh, he can do everything. He can do everything. Because always says he can do everything. And you know, let's take Kata, you fight it back. It's the best big for link person you can do. I do card and mind. I'm very good with card and mind. And in the beginning, I did card and mind in the front. Maybe I start with take a card in your mind, boom, boom, boom. But then people thinking at that time, when he knows what I have in my mind, he knows everything.
Yeah.
So card in mind is I build up with some tricks, and then I say, okay, take a card in your mind. I cannot know what you have. I have a wallet, boom, 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 and that's it. Mm-hmm. Then it's the last step.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, let's try it. Maybe we can do it by Zoom. I don't know.
Okay.
Not this deck. Normal deck?
Yeah.
I mix it all kinds of things. So you take one card in your mind.
Yeah.
You have one? Do you have a red one?
Yes.
Do you have a 6 in your mind?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. That's really a shame. Because can you tell me which card you have in your mind?
The 4 of hearts.
I know you have the 4 of hearts in your mind. This is what I do. When you do this with lay persons, that's boom. And then what I normally do, I cut all the 4s to the top. Yeah. And then say, it's nice to show people too. let's say, yeah, I'll take this camera. Let's say I take out before. This is the easy way. The 4/4 on top. Let's say you do this. Yeah. So not card and bind, but you do this. So you mix it, not well, and you force, boom, slip cut, boom, the 4. Then you cut this down so the other 4s are on top here. Yeah. You say, okay, bring it to here. So they are there. You take a break and you cut it down. Mix it again. And now I do this before. I say, okay, I give you numbers, but you must remember it. And I do, 11, 23, 33, and 37. Remember the cards? Okay. Then I say, what was the first number? They say 11. I do this. 11. What was the second number? 33. 32. Yeah, and then 32. And 37. Yeah. Doesn't matter how you do it, but okay. Say, now tell me, which card do you have in your mind? The 4 of hearts. Doesn't matter the 4. And you have all the 4s. And this is what I tell you. For a musician, we discussed it before, a musician think, that's nothing because I can. Why? A lay person don't know this. You know? And when you can do this, only this. Yeah? They think he mixed and you do like this. Doesn't matter what shuffle you do. But you find them back. You say, okay, let's find it. Yeah, it's the first one. And the second one. And you go on and on. For a lay person is this, oh, he knows which card I have, and he knows the numbers, and he can find it back on 11, 20. It doesn't happen. They don't know what you're doing. This is the way I work on the tables.
That's great.
I talk too much, I think. I'm not.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Let me ask you, before we wrap all this up, Leo, let me ask you one more question, which is, what's next? Because obviously, you know, I wouldn't have believed you, but you told me earlier on in the interview you're 60. You don't look it, but there you go. You've had an amazing career. You're very, very busy, even during the pandemic, even during a global pandemic. You've been busy, you've been releasing products, you've been performing, which the majority of performers haven't. Your creations have been well received. You run your own day of magic every year in Holland. You've lectured literally all over the world. Your products are massively respected, highly in demand. You are highly in demand as a performer. If you stopped performing right now, if you never created another trick again, your legacy, my friend, is set. People will be talking about you for a very long time. But yeah, they will. But like you said at the very beginning, you work 14, 24 hours a day. You're probably not going to slow down anytime soon. So my question to you is, what's next? Is there anything left on your magical bucket list that you want to do that you haven't done?
One thing is left.
What's that?
What's that? I give lectures worldwide. I was traveling to Germany, I was traveling to France, I was traveling to England, I was traveling everywhere. But I want to give a lecture in America. That's the only thing I hope somebody going to ask me to have a lecture in America. When the Corona time is away, I want to go to America. And
why don't you speak to the guys at Penguin Magic?
I was there, but because it was in 2011. And my English was so bad that they booked they have my passport out, and then they hear my voice and said, oh. But I have somebody that he wants me to have an American now, but yeah, you know how it's working. But yeah, that's the only thing I like to do. That's the end of my career. When I go to do traveling to America, maybe 3 or 4 lectures. I do it online now, but you know, you like to talk to people. They want to see me have to do crazy things, and that's the only wish I have. Yeah, and I work on a couple of new products, and I find out something very, very crazy. And I do it together with a famous musician because I'm not a cups and balls guy. I have my bell cup from Tommy Wonder because I have private lessons from Tommy, and that's my thing. But I'm not, the cups and balls is not my thing. But I find something complete new in the cups world, what nobody think about. Peter has a beautiful word for it. When something is new in magic, when it wasn't there before. What you call it in English?
Unusual, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, so I find something out in the cups world, and this musician is testing now for 2 months. Before him, another musician testing it for 2 months. And I testing myself. I have a set on myself here too. And maybe in a half year, I come out with this, and then everybody, I think, is shocked again.
Oh, that's a big tease. Wow. Because you revolutionized, in my opinion, you revolutionized chop cups, your range of chop cups. And more importantly, even if people that are watching this don't want to use your chop cups, the balls that you produce as well are just because I do a lot with chop cup. I've been using chop cups my entire life, and
me too,
I collect chop cups as well, and I've got all of yours, and they're all amazing. But your balls are the absolute best, and I see so many magicians that do chop cup, and you can tell they do bang, bang, and you can just they telegraph the move a mile off. Kaboom! Yeah. Okay, well they've just dislodged the ball right there. Like, the balls are perfect. They're weighted and they're magnetized just the right level, so that they don't tell when you put the cup down. But
you put them on the front. What I see a lot of people doing when they take a shop cup. Let me look. Find quick magnet ball. A lot of people doing what you say. Do it this.
Yeah.
But do you know when you do with the shop cup like this? Yeah. You put them in the front down. It's the same. So you bounce for the first time on this. When it's too hard, when the magnet is too hard, you do it like this, but you put him in the front shop cup on here. So then he get another move inside the cup. That's it. Point one. Yeah, I make a lot of different colors. I have red, yellow. On Holland Twix, you can see my stuff. A lot of final loads in different colors. Yeah, you get people that ask, hey, can I have this color? And I don't know, because I have last year bring out green and yellow, but not for me, because people ask me, can you make a green one? Can you make a yellow one? But they have red and white. So I have white shop cup, white cups and balls. Final load for 5.7. This is for the normal big cup. Or the 4.7 that I showed you before is for this is a small one. This is 4.7. This is for the inflatable cup. This is 4.7. That's the only thing I have in white. The rest are 5.7, and they are normal final loads. Yeah, that's it's hard work, to find a good ball, the good magnet. The magnet must be on the top. The problem with the shop cup is the shop cup ball is some people make shop cup. They put the magnet very deep inside, and make it very strong. But I make them on the top. Yeah, you can see on the leather sometimes that's a little bit flat, but the spectator don't see that. It's going to boom, 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 boom. You do a lot of time shop cup, so you don't have to worry about this. And again, it's quality. I sent last week a complete bag to my friend's bag. Said not good, not my quality.
And that, I know, is something that's very important to you. Quality control.
Yeah,
very, very important.
I tell you a story, and this is, I can take it. I don't show it, but I can take it here. I don't like electronica.
You know what? Sorry?
Electronica, something electric.
Electronic devices. Yeah.
I make 7 years back, a blindfold. It's here. I have 50 in stock. and I don't sell it. What you can do with this blindfold, you are on stage, your wife is at home, and she can talk with the spectator, she can hear everything what's happening in the room, and she can advise you as so you are a spectator. I give you the blindfold, you can look at it, you can see nothing, you can feel nothing, you put them on, and your wife at home gives the answers to the, so you do a trick, and your wife at home gives the answers to your, this is ready, but I don't bring it out, because it's so thin, it's new, it cost me a lot of money to make. I do it in my own show, 2 or 3 friends from me, I give it, I said, oh, you can have it for free, but look out, pack in like this, like that. Because when I set it out, and you are not like me, and you done, electronica, boom. Yeah, Mr. Smetsers, your thing is not okay. I don't like these kind of things.
I get that, yeah.
But I tell you a secret. I come out with something electronica, and I test it for the 8th time now, so I change it 8 times. It's standing near my, I don't show you, but it's near my computer. You can do 3 tricks with it, and I think it's one of the best things I ever created.
And is that something that you'll be marketing at some point?
I hope I get the 9th sample in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go testing again. And then I hope on the end of the year, I go sell the book. It is a book where you can do 3 tricks with it. And you can have it in your pocket, and you throw it on the table, and you can play, I think, 15 minutes. So,
great.
Yeah.
One last question before we wrap all this up. One final question. And I want to pick up on something that you said earlier on.
Okay.
Which was that you had lessons from Tommy Wonder. I'm not going to let that pass, because Tommy Wonder is an inspiration. I've talked about him on the channel before. Unfortunately, a lot of newer magicians never got a chance to see him perform or see him lecture. But anyone who's even read the books of Wonder or studied Tommy's work, it was light years before its time. What was it like having lessons from Tommy, and how did that help you as a performer?
The nice story about Tommy was Tommy don't give private lessons. I was starting with magic in 1979. Yeah, I gave. Is that okay?
1979.
Yeah, I was in a magic club, and there was a friend of me telling me, wow, Tommy Wonder has his cup routine is the beautiful tricks in the world. I said, do you have a telephone number from him? And the guy said to me, why you need a telephone number? Well, I want to call him because I want lessons from him. And he laughed. Yeah, I have the telephone number. He was very good friends with Tommy Wonder. And I said, why are you laughing? And he said, never. You get never lessons from Tommy Wonder. Okay. So I give Tommy a call. I said, Tommy, Leo Smethus from Holland, Holland. I know you, but you are in the club from this guy. Yeah. I said, can you give me private lessons from your to cup routine? He said, no, I don't give lessons. Okay, it's a shame. After a month, I call him back. I said, Tommy, I have 5 gigs for you. Oh yeah, you have 5 gigs for me? Yes. Where are they? He said, in my home. I said, in your home? Yeah. What? How many you have for your gigs? He tell me the money. He said, yeah, okay. Can you send me a bill? Yeah, I can see a bill. Come to my home. Take only 1 trick with you. The cups and balls. And do it 2 hours and you can go home. And a week after 2 hours, and you can go. I say, you are a crazy guy. Come to my home. And I came to my home. I take a camera with me. He said, take a camera with me. Do nothing before I bring it out, because that was a reason. I learned to cup routine. I'll show you. Look. Yes, this is my own set. I train it 25 years back, and then I come at home. I don't think This guy is so great. I have the film from that, from this training. I have so we perform it and then after they tell them. And then I think I make the cups, I train it in. This is my own cups that I make on that time. And I think I don't go to do it. Because this is Tommy Wonder. That's not me. This is not me. And then years later, I find the bell cups. And then I make the magic wand that you can show you. Sorry. So this was Tommy Warner thing. And then I said to myself, I must make something else because I don't want to perform Tommy Warner. Mm-hmm. And there's another reason that I tell you, it's happening here. And then I create this. I saw the Indian playing on the lap, the Indian cups. And I think, why they don't play it on the table? And then I create the bell cups on that time. So the bell cups is beautiful sound, attention when you were playing everywhere. And what I do is the same thing that Tommy did with this. That you can take off in a split second the ball and you put under his cup. I do it with the wand. So I make, well, let's see the top. I make this magic wand and it's rubber here. So I can take it off in a split second. The ball. And this ball comes 3 times under my coat, 3 times under my cup. So I put it on, like Tommy, boom, and the ball comes under my cup. Oh, I can show you. I think I have the film here. Want you to show me the film?
Yeah, please do. I'd love to see it.
Oh, wait, let me show you. I have it here, bell cups. Let me look where I put it. I have so many tricks. Is it on here or not? Yeah. Son, I have 2 balls, but please forget it. Don't look at these balls. And I have 2 bells. They are from stainless steel, really quality, yes? But only look at the wand. The wand is the magic. So when I take 1 ball, put it in my hand, tap my finger like this, ball is gone. When I do like this, it's exactly the same. With the one, and the ball is gone. This is not, it's not really gone. It's here. Yeah, and the other ball is here. So when I take this ball, I put it on my finger. It goes down to the cup in here. Yeah. When I do it here, you have a problem because this is the ball from the one that I tell you. Yeah, you must look at the ball. You forgot. Oh, sorry. No problem. But the other ball is not the way it is here. Yeah? So I take this ball and throw it there. So it's here like this. When I do it here, oh, wrong cup. Sorry, wrong cup. It's here. This is the ball from the one. I tell you, we must look at the after one, but put them here like this. So when I take 1 ball, I put this in my pocket. Yes, the other ball, yeah, can put in my pocket. Yeah, I tap my fingers. There's 1 ball here. Yeah, but it's pretty crazy when I tap my fingers here. You know what it is? 2 balls here. That's Tommy. Crazy thing. This is on top of the wand. What do you think is under the cup? Nothing. And what do you think about this? This is a smiley. And this is a smiley. And do you know why smiley?
No.
3 times. You don't see the ball, it's under the cup. Thank you very much. Now you see a little part of Tommy's, I was young and beautiful.
Wonderful. That's what I've never seen that before.
No, a lot of people don't see because I sell not so many because in the beginning it was a very pricey trick because the Stanley still high quality. And that moment I have a guy that make my props and so many.
Is that available to buy on your shop?
Since 1 month, I think 2 months, I have the new set in a beautiful box. It was before, I think in dollars, it was $350, something like that. But for me, that's the same thing. You can pay it. So now it's only €150. Same quality, Stanley Steel, Stanley One, all the balls, DVD, and the actual DVD from Tommy Wonder. So my private letters is inside.
And where can people get that? What's the URL that people visit to go and look at all of your
HollandTricks.com, that's my site.
And you deliver worldwide, right?
Yeah, but when you live in England and being this time, Peter has it in stock. Holland, the cups and it's called Cups and Bells. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically on the lessons, private lessons from Tommy Wonder, and it was very nice with him. And I was there 3-4 times in his home together with my friend, and my friend films it. And so when people want to perform Tommy Wonder's trick, I have for 60 people. This is the difficult part from Tommy, this part, and this part that's in the ball. I have maybe 50 or 60 of these parts make. So when people want to have it, they can send me a mail, and for a couple of euros you can buy this small pot. That's the only thing you need. And that's very important. So you must make a ball, what's inside the cup, and that's it. So when people want to have from Tommy Wonder, I have maybe 50 from it, not more.
Wow. This has been an amazing interview, Leo. It really has.
I think we talk 2 hours now.
Yeah, a couple of hours, but it's flown by. I mean, Leo, you really are inspirational. To see everything that you've done and you continue to do, it's just wonderful. And I think that magicians need to take, if they can take anything from this interview, they need to take from it that nothing is impossible. You've gone through this whole pandemic and you've kept yourself busy every single day. You've kept your passion for magic alive. You've carried on creating, you've carried on performing. And seriously, I have so much respect for you, Leo. I really do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, when you think about my life when I was young, I think, wow, I cannot read. I cannot write. Where I go to? But find your own way. There is a way inside yourself. There is a way. But you must look at yourself. And I think that's the best part in my life. I never go ask some people, hey, can you tell me what I must go do? No, I think and sometimes I make the wrong step, and that's life. So as the last thing, I want to show you something.
Okay, yeah.
And I tell you this, I never show it to somebody else. Wow. I must take it. I hope I can find it quick. Because this year, I am 25 years professional. And I tell you when we start before, I come and be famous about my 3-shell game. That's the first trick that Richard Sanders saw my doing. So that's my thing. I believe in that. Yeah. I believe that's make my life, my magic life. So last year I was thinking what I'm going to do when I'm 25. What I want, you asked me before, what's the wish that you have, What's the ending? That was America. I hope somebody see this and said, oh, I want to go to America. Doesn't matter. And then I was thinking, what do you want for yourself when you are 25-year professional for yourself? When I was doing my show, my wife gave me a pen, special pen. Yeah. very pricey pen. It's always on my desk. Nobody touches this pen because this is, when I was 25 years, this is for my wife and for my children. I get this pen. But then I was thinking, what do I want for myself? And I was thinking, and that's why I create this. And on the moment I have only one, but I'm going to make 16, I hope, because I make it far away, not in Holland. I must trust somebody. And this time it's very difficult. The first one he sent me, and the rest I pay beyond the moment he don't send. But it's a long story. Yeah, I see your face. My face is worse about it. But I tell you this. I take the top camera, I think. This is my inscription, LS. You can see this?
Yep.
Okay. And what I make for myself is gold and silver cups for my 3-shell game.
Oh, they're beautiful. Look at those.
I'll show you.
They are wonderful.
They are handmade. It's not, I can play with it, but I think you don't must play with it. I'm going to only make 16 of them. When everything goes well, and on the end of the year, it's ready. And I have only 16 sets from this. It's not cheap, but this one is mine. Nobody come to this. But this is, this is, you think about, I have 2 daughters. I take 2 of myself. For one daughter, 2. When I'm past, they remember me. That's the guy from the 3-shell game. And this is so beautiful. Wait, beautiful box. And this is beautiful wood. And this is, I don't know if you can see the inscription about it. Wait, show me that camera. But it's a beautiful, man. Handmade. You see this?
Yeah. They are wonderful.
And they are silver, and this is a gold touch. Yeah. So there's nobody seen before, so that's especially for your show. Yeah.
They are absolutely fantastic.
And another thing, when your friends or somebody look this film, this interview, and they have questions or they want to learn something, or don't write to me. Don't write to me. Skype me. FaceTime me. Not in the night, but on the day or the evening. No worry, I help you. People that knows me, Leo is always helping.
That's what, I've spoken to so many people about you, and every single person has said the same thing, that you're one of the nicest and most giving and helpful people in Magic. And
I tell you, in the beginning, 2 hours back, I tell you, we must share Magic. We must help each other. You know something that I don't know, and I know something that you don't know. And it doesn't matter, your person, you're a complete different person. When you play the 3-shell and you play complete different than me, it doesn't matter, but that's yours. And that's why I said, share everything, share everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
And what wonderful advice to end the interview on. Honestly, Leo, I advise everybody to reach out to Leo. He's very active on Facebook. Please reach out to him. More importantly, I'm putting the link down to Leo's shop at the bottom again. Please go and check it out and support him, because he is one of the good guys in Magic. And you know that everything that Leo brings out is going to be absolutely fantastic. So one more time, Leo, thank you so much for coming on the channel.
Thank you very much. And I hope to see you in Blackpool next year.
Definitely. It's definitely happening 2022. Guys, thank you very much for watching the interview. Leave a comment down below. I'm sure Leo will see it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another video, so I'll see you then. Thank you very much. We'll be back. My name's Craig from Magic TV.